The British seaside is beautiful, peaceful even, but it can also be one of the most deceptively dangerous places in the country. Every year, dozens of people die in the sea around Britain. Not from sharks, not from pirates, but from something far more ordinary and also far more treacherous. Today, I'm on the coast of Dorset at Chesil Beach, one of many places where the sea doesn't just meet the land, it takes it. Britain's coast is eroding at an alarming rate. In places like Haysborough in Norfolk, even streets have already fallen into the sea. A house that was inland 20 years ago might now be on the edge of a cliff or gone entirely. But that's not even the worst of it. One of the most common dangers here is the tide. The UK has some of the highest tidal ranges in the world. In places like the Bristol Channel, the sea can rise by more than 15 metres between high and also low tide. That might not sound terrifying until you're walking along a beach or across mudflats and the water starts rushing in behind you. Because here's the thing, in some places the tide doesn't just creep in gently, it races at speeds up to 10 miles per hour. One moment you're on dry land, minutes later you're surrounded by water. And because the ground is flat, it can be almost impossible to tell that the water is rising until it's too late. That's why Britain has the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, the RNLI. It's a volunteer-run service that saves thousands of lives every single year. Most of the time they're rescuing people who aren't being reckless, just unaware. And it's not just walkers and tourists. Swimmers, kayakers, even anglers or fishers get caught out by rip currents, falling tides or unexpected weather changes. Speaking of weathers, and what a beautiful day today, British seas can change in minutes. The sunshine that you're enjoying, it could be a storm front, and an hour from now, winds pick up, waves rise and boats get swamped. Even on the calmest of days like today, the sea is never still. There are undercurrents, cold shock, and the fact that water is incredibly powerful, enough to knock you off your feet in a second, could be incredibly dangerous. That's why you'll see signs all around the UK coast, warnings about tides, deep channels, unstable cliffs, and they're not just there for decoration, they're there because someone ignored them and didn't come back. The sea has shaped Britain for thousands of years. It carved out the White Cliffs of Dover, it formed the Norfolk Broads, and it's still shaping the land today, faster than ever in some places, thanks to climate change and rising sea levels. In fact, there's dozens of places in Britain that used to be inland and are now underwater. Dunwich in Suffolk was once a thriving medieval city and town, and it made massive amounts of money for the king. Now most of it lies beneath the waves. The British seaside is wonderful. It's a place of holidays, history and natural beauty. But it's also a force of nature, powerful, unpredictable and not to be underestimated. If you are visiting the coast, do check the tide times, read the warning signs and don't turn your back on the sea, because the sea really doesn't care if you're watching or not. I've just seen a seal a few minutes ago.